Hello, 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 Facebook. This is Rochelle Richard here at Empowerment Experiences. How is everybody this week? I'm pretty excited about what's unfolding in the world. But I trust. I definitely trust. I trust my inner knowing. I trust the universe. I trust that everything is always working out for all of us. However, have I always been in that space? No. Have I lived a lot of my life from a place of fear and doubt, especially doubting myself? Yeah. Do I still experience an incredible amount of self-doubt sometimes regarding certain facets of my life? Of course. I'm still human. I'm still human too. But I'm here to tell each and every one of you, I'm here to let you all know that your journey is yours. And whenever you doubt yourself, you undermine your own inner power. You see, we each and every one of us experience the world through our own perspective. Our own perception of the world is our own. And we each are individuals. Nobody else can tell you who you are unless you let them. Yet, we have been socially conditioned to doubt ourselves. We have been socially conditioned to put other people's advice and guidance ahead of our own inner knowing. It's no wonder we all wake up one day and feel so disconnected from who we truly are. Not knowing what choice to make, what decision to take, what path, any of it. Even again, I still experience that very much. Building a business requires a lot of stepping out of that comfort zone. Even recently, making the commitment to show up here every Tuesday and Thursday for each and every one of you to guide you into and through finding your power in every moment. So I wanted to share with you one of the ways that you can really lean into trusting yourself is to start to acknowledge for yourself that you are the only one that lives your life. You're the only one who does. And when you begin to shift into that knowing, a knowing that no matter what, everything is working out. So how can you be sure of that? How can you find certainty in that simple statement there that everything is always working out? Take a step back. Look over your life. As I sit here before you today, there are some of you who have heard my journey. Some of you have not. But I have definitely experienced a lot of trauma, abuse, manipulation. I've been raped. I've been assaulted. I've been arrested. I know what it is to feel like you can't trust anybody outside of you, and especially myself. A lot of the reasons why we fall into so much self-doubt is we're actually in a space of people-pleasing. We don't want to disappoint other people at whatever cost. So we compromise who we are. We ignore that inner knowing, our inner guidance system that starts to go off through forms of anxiety, which anxiety is amplified fear. We end up in that space where we're so afraid of upsetting someone else without realizing that we're compromising ourselves, because we have no power over anybody else. We can only ever find power over ourselves. And we do this by recognizing again that this is each our own journey. That your journey can look any way you want it to look. You can declare to the world who you are from any perspective that you desire to put out there in the world. Let me tell you, old Rochelle, she believed so strongly that she was a horrible person. She was unlovable, unwanted, unworthy, undeserving. Or shall I say, undeserving of anything good. Because I very, very vividly recall believing that I only deserved bad things. Because I had been taught to believe that I was a mistake, that I wasn't lovable. But that was someone else's story. You see, as you really begin to, again, shift into this space of personal power, and you start to acknowledge that I choose who I am. I choose how I describe myself to the world, to other people. Because there is not one single other person in this world that can tell you who you are without your permission, of course, without your allowing them. Yet we do that, right? We give our power away. We choose to doubt our own inner knowing of who we are, which I know I'm an amazing person. I know I shine my light in such a way that I illuminate the path for so many others to step into their power, to recognize that they are worthy and deserving of everything they desire, because each and every one of us, each and every one of you are. But it's about rewriting that narrative that's playing in your mind, the one that's telling you you can't trust yourself. Because why? One of my old stories used to be that, oh, well, of course I would make a mistake because I am a mistake. Well, what we do is we change the narrative. And we begin to recognize that without mistakes, without failures, we don't ever succeed. Instead, we look at those things called mistakes and failures, and we start to really amplify that doubt, going, I can't trust myself because I'm going to make a mistake. I don't want to make a mistake, so I'm not even going to try. I'm not even going to do any of it. I'm just going to stay right here in my fear and my doubt. It was 1.5 years ago that a quote came to me. In every presumed mistake, because it's all an assumption, in every presumed mistake can be found a divine blessing. Because when you can shift that perspective and begin to recognize that every single perceived mistake, and that's it, every perceived mistake, when you can shift that story, that narrative, and start to look at those mistakes as instead gifts of learning, blessings. In every perceived mistake can be found a divine blessing. And that blessing at the very base minimum is a lesson that's helped you to grow stronger and wiser, which in turn is one of the ways that is going to empower you into greater self-trust, is to begin to recognize that I welcome mistakes. I embrace failures because they're not really a bad thing. Not at all. Again, they're a blessing because in that, I get to grow wiser. I get to become stronger. I get to develop an even deeper understanding of especially myself, but the world around me. We're not here to stay the same. We're here to learn, grow, expand, create for ourselves amazing lives, to experience all the wonder that this world has to offer, even in the midst of a pandemic. You still get to envision what you want for yourself, to trust that everything is working out for you. Because again, when you look back over your journey and you look at some of the most horrific times in your life, and you see, I can see that in my own mind, when you look back at that, and you can acknowledge for yourself that, wow, everything did work out. So that means everything is still going to be working out. Because it is. Someone just knocked on my door, I think, or else a cat, or I don't know what in the world, startled me. Wow. Someone is at my house and sent me a text. Hold on, let me send her a message and let her know that I am on a live. Hold on. Give me 5 on a Facebook live. Okay. Apologies there. I'm like, what in the world? And not surprised that it would be her. I'm like, what? Okay. That said, everybody, oh my goodness. Wow. Threw me for a little bit of a loop. Obviously, I didn't expect that. I love a good surprise. As I was saying, in short, this comes down to you being able to shift that perspective. Because what you look for is what you find. So if you want to look for all the ways, such as I used to, all the ways I was a mistake, all the ways I was unloved, all the ways I was undeserving, all the ways I was unworthy, what you look for is what you find. You have the power to shift that. You do. So that you can actually begin to live a life wherein you're thriving, not just surviving. And I'm here to guide you into and through finding your power in every moment so that you do shift from surviving into thriving. And that said, next Saturday, I'm very excited because it's the first time I'm actually putting it out here on my business page. Next Saturday, I am offering a free, it's 2 hours is what I've allotted for. It's a 90-minute masterclass plus Q&A time, which I'm available for you however long it takes. We touch on everything. We cover everything. The tools, resources, techniques, and practices that I utilized and implemented to lean all the way into my own self-trust and inner knowing that took me so far out of my comfort zone that it literally took me from Phoenix, Arizona, all the way to Goa, India. My first ever international trip, my first ever trip, period, off the North American continent, period. And I'm so excited to share all of that with you. Come to the masterclass live and you get, yes, next Saturday, May 9th, Goddess Leanne. Yes, next Saturday, May 9th. Come to the masterclass live and I will send you away with the entire mini ebook that is going to include everything I'm going to cover in that class. So you don't have to take notes. It may benefit you too because it reinforces what you're learning when you write it down. However, again, you get the entire ebook of everything I'm going to cover, and it's going to be jam-packed in those 90 minutes because I did a lot. I manifested that trip from concept to completion in less than 90 days, having zero plans of going anywhere, having no passport, no international, no really good luggage. I even manifested zero jet lag when I arrived in India. I had none. It's like I stepped off that plane and I belonged. I belonged. And I am here to show you how to do exactly that so that you live a far more empowered life, so that you truly stand in the knowing that is you. Because you are unique. You are uniquely divine, and there's no one else like you. And that means you choose. Start declaring, I choose. I challenge all of you this week to start going around and reminding yourself, I choose. I choose how I respond to this. I choose love, not fear. I choose hope, not doubt. I choose compassion rather than judgment. I choose patience rather than frustration. I choose me. I choose me more, especially when someone else is seeking to manipulate you. And we'll get into that a little bit more on Thursday because I'm also going to be a guest on another show. I'm very excited about that. So I will give you those details later in the week. I'm going to go see what's up with my girl pounding on my door. And remember, reserve your spot for next Saturday. The replay link is only available for 7 days. That's it. That's it. All right, so be sure to reserve your spot. That way you will get the video conference link the morning of the masterclass, and you can come join live. And finally, once and for all, get a grip on your life so that you can be manifesting everything you desire from the ultimate place of self-love, because you deserve it. I will see you all back here Thursday morning at 11:11. Go create amazing, everybody, because the power is inside you. It has always been in your hands. Rochelle Richard with Empowerment Experiences. I'll see you Thursday. Namaste.